as one of the contenders.
100.
We've got the World Championship quarter-finalist Luke Humphreys against the man with the golden thumb, Andrew Gilding. Steve Beaton, straight
60.
after Gilding. Can you handle one after the other? Well, you're going to have to. He takes on Conan Whitehead, one of the new additions from the BDO, having come through Q School and was very
41.
impressive at the Lakeside. Played some good darts at Q School as well. And then Roby John Rodriguez, one of the many thousands of young Austrian
140.
RJ rods against Stephen Burton, who was playing some excellent stuff last year. Not quite as excellent, it has to be said, as Nathan Aspinall, who was phenomenal.
100.
Back on the tour last year, won his first senior title, and then went on and made the World Championship semi-finals. Now, compare that, the best year of Nathan's career, to Dave Chisnall. He didn't have a bad
96.
year, but it wasn't as successful as his other ones in PDC darts. Moved over in 2011, and last year was the first year where he either, well,
100.
he didn't win a title or make a major final. First time that's happened. Another one there. Just strays into the treble one.
Yes. 78.
Tops it is then for a 17 dart hold of throw.
80.
2 darts missed by Chiz. Treble 18. Now 20 or 12. It is 20 for double 16.
54.
Missed opportunity. Now, if you look at the head-to-head stats between these two, despite the fact that Chizzy, obviously, he's got a dozen PDC titles compared to Nathan's
Game
one.
shot.
And he's had a lot more success in the big TV tournaments. But they've met 3 times, and Nathan's won 2 of them. He got absolutely annihilated by Chiz when they first met. That was in April 2017 on the Euro Tour. Got beaten
100.
6-0. But since then, he beat him.
40.
And so he says in these best of 11 games, he's not really... can get awkward. So yeah, Nathan was saying in the longer format games at the World Championship, the longest
60.
games in PDC darts he played, particularly the semi-final against Michael Smith, which is a fabulous stand. Double 2.
Game
There
shot.
we go. Does manage to get the job done eventually on double 2. 1 apiece in this one. Yeah, Nathan felt that the longer the game went on, the more comfortable he felt, and he was able to actually raise his average as the game went on. Now, if he can just
58.
unlock the ability to get into his stride on the practice board and take that straight onto his games in these shorter format ones, then he could do some serious damage, because the numbers he was throwing at the World Championship, they can win you titles.
100.
World Championship campaign very nearly ended in the second round. He survived a match dart from Gerwin Price. Would have been a 3-0 defeat, but put in a stupendous comeback.
40.
Has to be said, this hasn't been quite the electric start to this one that we'd anticipated.
46.
Chris Murphy commentating on the other streaming board. We've got
97.
14 more boards on top of the 2 we're streaming taking place, which you can keep up to date with on the Dart Connect system. Michael Van Goen beginning his campaign
83.
for another title this weekend against Sean Carroll. We've obviously got Glenn Durrant here. He was a
59.
first round loser despite a average well into the 90s yesterday. A real baptism of fire for Glenn Durrant in PDC darts.
42.
And Raymond van Barneveld's a story as well. An early exit yesterday in the second round, but he knows he needs
60.
to go deep into these tournaments if he's going to qualify for some of the big TV ones.
100.
Well, you would have fancied a ton 40 to leave him 3 clear darts at the double there, Chiz. He is going to get a poke at 72.
60.
Treble 16, maybe the shot? No. Treble 12, of course, because he loves double 18.
52.
Kind of blocked his path to the double top there. That is the issue about going 12's first dart. Double 10.
Game
Break
shot.
of throw. Nathan Aspinall pins the 100 checkout. 2-1 up. Dave Chisnall punished for missing double top. You get the feeling that Nathan started quite slowly. He's only averaging, he's barely, well, not even averaging 80.
100.
It's just Chizzy has started even more slowly. Chizzy's practically in reverse by his own ridiculous standards. Here we go. Full steam ahead for Cheers. That's the first 180 here on Streaming Board 1 today. More will follow. I would expect more from the man in yellow.
57.
Maybe another one here. Here's a man who's hit a 9 darter on telly as Chiz. Oh, what a dart that is. Oh, snatchy, snatchy, snatch, snatch.
$134.
Has stolen the darts though, Chizzy. Wants to stay on the 20s because a flat ton leaves a 2 darter. He can do even better than that. And he has done better than that. It's a great adjustment from Dave Chisnall. 20 for tops for an 11 darter. Although he did illustrate in that last leg.
100.
Now, when you want 20 for tops, you can make life a little bit difficult. A bit like that.
Game
but
shot.
Not too difficult for Chiz. Nothing is too difficult for Chiz, the professor of PDC darts, sciencing it into the double top.
$60. $100.
The Asp just outside the top 32 in the world, which is one heck of an effort.
58.
For just 12 months of ranking tournaments, because having dropped off the tour and come back at the start of last
100.
year on a 2-year ranking system, he's only had 1 year. So very much like Rob Cross was last year, he cannot drop below that over the
100.
course of this year. Well, he could theoretically if people are jumping above him, but he's unlikely to because he will pick up money. It's just how far
55.
he can get up those rankings. Getting into the top 32. Well, you get the feeling that's going to happen any day now. It's just, can he get into the top 16? And with £100,000 to the World
100.
Championship, you quite fancy him to. He's got to capitalise. It can't be a year like Jamie Lewis after making his World
99.
Championship semi-final. He just didn't produce on the tour once again. And then once again played well at Ali Pali. Just baffling for Jamie Lewis, the young Welshman. Oh, how about that? It's not a 180, but it's just as good. Leaves himself double 6. Aspinall. 17s.
77.
Leaves him that 70 that he nearly took out in the first leg, but he shouldn't get a go at it.
Game shot.
And doesn't get a go at it because Chiz pins the double 6, and it's one of these games where the lead has changed hands as many times as it possibly could have done in the first 5 legs.
100.
It did go all the way to a deciding leg last time they played last year. Oh.
135.
See, Chisnall looks a
68.
lot more dangerous now, finding the treble bed with regularity. He does say himself that the longer a game goes on, he knows the scoring will get there, and he's going to go through spells where the treble 20 just looks like a bucket.
60.
And 2 right on the top wire of the 60, and he couldn't ricochet in off them. Oh, how about another?
171.
How about it, Cheers? 171. Second one in 2 legs. Leaves him 140. And we could see a 2-leg gap opened up for the first time in this match.
57.
Chizzy is in the ascendancy. Should find a ton from there.
60.
Hasn't managed to do so.
$100.
Frustrating after that first dart from Nathan, but there is pressure. 20 for tops again for Chizzy. He's hit it once, he's missed it once, he's moving to the left again, now he's moving to the right. That looks a more sensible decision with how that second dart's landed.
40.
Four 19s for tops. That's one of them. Can't get the other three. You can see the frustration. The trebles are just not there for Nathan. As I said, when he's playing his best stuff,
96.
he is a heavy scorer. And we've seen a lot of his best stuff over the last few months.
Game shot.
But he does find himself 2 legs behind now. Dave Chisnall, 4-2 up and 2 away from a spot in the second round where either Andrew Gilding or Luke Humphreys will await the winner. We'll see Gilding versus Humphreys on this board at the culmination of this match.
77.
Nathan's evidently got a plaster on his neck. I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't know if he's had another tattoo.
83.
He's got, obviously, an entire sleeve of tattoos. One of which his other half played a vital role in because he's getting
96.
a clock with the time his daughter was born tattooed on his arm.
96.
He actually got the wrong time for it. He was going to get the wrong time tattooed on his arm, and it's only his missus who stepped in last minute and said, "No, you've got the wrong. That's just wrong."
133.
So dodged a bullet there, Nath.
140.
Better visit. 195 for Chizzy. 182 for Aspinall.
95.
95 leaves Chizzy on a ton. Aspinall not on a finish. 182 required.
140.
Well, that leaves him 42. Chizzy, 100 here. This could be a fatal blow. Should stay on the 60, but can't find it.
45.
And he's actually missed the big number there, so he's only going to come back for 55 if he's allowed back, because 42 for Nathan. Double 16. Double 8 to make it 4-3 to close the gap.
26.
2 darts missed. Problems for the Asp. Chizzy should have had 3 darts for the leg here, but he stuck it in the single 5 rather than the single 20 last dart.
Game shot.
And that is it. Chizzy pins tops again. It is 5-2. He is 1 leg away. Nathan has beaten him the last 2 times they've played, but he's nearly thrown that away in anger because this is not the
97.
sort of performance that we kind of expect from Nathan. It's one of these weird ones where somebody does something incredible, the best moment of their career, that run at the World Championship for Nathan, the semi-finals. It was fantastic, and he quite rightly has received a lot of plaudits from it. He's got himself in the Premier League. He'll be playing in Nottingham
134.
as one of the contenders. He's been signed by a new darts manufacturer. All sorts of good things are coming to Nathan
83.
Aspinall, but with that comes some extra pressure. The levels of expectation are higher. And if you do have an off day, which he's kind of having here, you feel there are even
60.
more sets of eyes on you. And it can be difficult to deal with.
$60.
Just 60. Aspinall still in charge of this one for now.
58.
Nathan had a comfortable win in the first round yesterday. Beat Dawson Marshall 6-1 before losing out in the last leg decided to Steve Lennon, another one of those Premier League contenders.
140.
And he might be about to go out 6-2 here because the 152 is not going to go. And Chizzy could end up with another one of these outshots
38.
where he has to go 20 for double top with his last couple of darts. He's managed to do it successfully once. He'll look at the 18s first. It is 20 for double top. And again, a little move to the side.
Game shot
And
on the
this
match.
time he does pin it for the second time. He goes 20 tops with his last 2 darts. Dave Chisnall, it's only an 88 average. It is not the devastating Chizzy that we know. But Nathan Aspinall, it has not been a great weekend for him. Second round loser yesterday, out in round 1 today.